Have you ever had that feeling where you like an actor or an artist because of their professional work, and then you go read something that they've said or written, and you think, what the fuck is wrong with this person, and what the fuck is wrong with me for liking them? I like Michael Shannon, and this is what Michael Shannon had to say about Donald Trump, the supporters of Donald Trump, and the November 2016 election. Quote, "There's a lot of old people who need to realize they've had a nice life and it's time for them to move on, because they're the ones who go out and vote for these assholes. If you look at the young people between 18 and 25, if it was up to them, Hillary would have been president. No offense to the seniors out there. My mom's a senior citizen. But if you're voting for Trump, it's time for the urn." End quote. So what Michael Shannon is saying is that if you're old and you disagree with his politics, you need to be, I guess, burned until you're ashes and then put in a little box and stored somewhere out of his sight because you're offensive to him. Perhaps transported by train to some repository. I don't know. But it's pretty weird, right? Let's burn up all the old people we don't like and ship them off somewhere, by train perhaps. Michael Shannon is just steaming, right? Because he was a big supporter of Hillary, I guess, and she lost, so he's running his mouth. He liked Hillary, he liked Obama, he wanted more corporate, liberal, progressive horseshit, just like all the celebrities, all the caviar socialists. And I hate to be saying all this stuff because I really like the guy's acting. I think he's an outstanding actor. He's probably one of the best of his generation. The first thing I ever saw him in was My Son, What Have You Done by Werner Herzog. Cool movie, good acting. I like all the stuff he's done since. If you haven't seen 99 Rooms, 99 Homes, go pirate it, because fuck all these people. Go pirate the movie and watch it, but it's really good. Okay, to sum this up, Michael Shannon shouldn't open his fucking mouth about politics because, he's supposed to be a liberal, a Democrat, a progressive. Supposed to be caring about old people and all this stuff, and you vote the wrong way and he's ready to burn you alive and put you in a little jar. The next one that we're going to talk about in the same vein is Noam Chomsky. So I'm going to post a link to a YouTube video. It's from the Democracy Now's 20th anniversary celebration, and you got 15 seconds that I'm going to link to. It's Noam Chomsky talking about the election, and he's saying the same thing that Michael Shannon was just saying. He says, if you look at the younger voters, the people who will shape the future, they were overwhelmingly anti-Trump and even more overwhelmingly pro-Sanders. Now, this is basically the same thing that Shannon just said, back in November. I think it's bullshit, and I'm going to link you to something that came out just after the election from Bloomberg, which is a bullshit news source, but they at least did their research before they started writing or talking. So what they say is, Democrats took the millennial vote, just not among whites. Among the younger portion of the millennial generation, 18 to 29-year-olds, Trump earned 37% of the vote to Clinton's 55%. Millennials of color were more likely to support Clinton than Trump, while young white voters actually threw more support behind the winner. Trump secured 48% of the white vote in the 18 to 29 age group, while Clinton won just 43%. So what does that mean? It means that Michael Shannon and Noam Chomsky are completely out of touch with the young white population that presumably is what they're thinking of when they think of young people. They're probably not imagining a whole bunch of minorities. But, maybe Chomsky does. Maybe Noam Chomsky does want the United States to be, run by minorities in the future. So Michael Shannon, at least, and probably Noam Chomsky as well, are perpetuating the myth that young people are super liberal, super progressive, and that if we can just get the young people in power, that they'll change the world in all the right ways. It's not the case. The only way that they would get the world to be changed in the ways that they want is to get rid of all the white people and put all the minorities in power, because the minorities are really the ones who have the liberal and progressive bent. And they have that because, at least in the United States, the Democrats, who are the progressives and the liberals, are the ones who have been pushing identity politics and gimme dats and saying that everybody's going to get all the money for free in the future. The Bernie Sanders platform was free everything, right? Free college, free jobs, free money, everything's free. Hey, minorities get more free shit than white people because they have less to start out with. So, Noam Chomsky, reality check, Michael Shannon, go fuck yourself. They're misleading you, and it's the same mainstream media liberal shit about conflate all young people, even when there's clearly two groups. Minority young people and white young people are obviously different. And 20 years from now, we're probably going to be seeing the fucking Weimar Republic and the fucking stormtroopers are in the street. And I hope that a 70 or 80-year-old Michael Shannon, is ready for the fucking urn.